Okay guys, so we're going back to the quadratic formula now. If we were to graph this, we would get something that looks kind of like this, something like this as a parabola. And remember, we said that when we don't cross the actual the x-axis, we don't have any real answers. We don't even have one real answer. This is when we started to get complex answers like I. So now we are expecting to get I when we work through this, and we're going to use the quadratic formula. So let me write that down again. Plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, I recommend that you do the stuff inside the square root first. Makes your life a lot easier when you do that first. So let me write b squared minus 4ac to the side here. Now, back here in my quadratic, I worry about my coefficients. A is going to be just 1 because nothing's there. It's 1x squared. B is going to be a negative 4, and C is going to be 5. So here I will write in parentheses, because this is a negative 4, negative 4 squared. Keep the minus, keep the 4. A is 1, C is 5. You guys are used to this. Negative 4 squared is 16, but we're going to subtract, and this whole thing right here is going to be 20. So we end up with a negative 4. Okay, so that's the mess that was under the square root. We're going to go back to the equation, and we have to do the opposite of b. So that would be a positive 4 here, because b was already a negative 4. We're going to do plus or minus the square root, and then we have this negative 4 we need to put down in there, all over 2 times a. Now in this case a is 1, so it's just going to be 2 times 1. We do have to simplify this though, so this is going to be x equals 4 plus or minus, and now this square root of negative 4, we could write that as the square root of 4 times the square root of negative 1. We can pull it apart like that. And then this square root of negative 1, that's just I. The only thing we got to do here then is with the square root of 4, that's 2. Now if this square root hadn't come out evenly, if it was like the square root of 5, I would have just left it. But since the square root of 4 is 2, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to take that and put it where that square root used to be. And this is all going to be divided by, well, 2 times 1 is just 2. Now we have two answers here. I call it the high road and the low road. The high road is when we add, so this would be 4 plus 2i all over 2. The low road is 4 minus 2i all over 2. You should always get two answers. And if I do my butterfly, 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2i divided by 2 is just I, and there's a plus in between. That's one of our answers. On the other side, 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1i, and the minus just stays there. I have two complex answers. So here, I would like you to try this. I have two problems, and they're going to give you complex answers when you work it out. If you need to, go back and look at how I did it. Good luck.